What's up, guys? Today I'm here with Joseph. You know Joseph, I don't have to introduce him. But I'm also here with Martin from Austria Arms, and he gave us a quick rundown here of this showroom, and we discovered something super interesting that's very similar to our SSX303. So, Martin, can you give us a quick introduction? What is this?
That's made in Germany. It's called Norlight USKG, Umrüstkarabinersatz für Glock, to say it in German. And the idea behind that is that you take your Glock frame.
Mm-hmm. So this is this part. You take the lower here, which is nicely stippled, and
you put up that receiver group, which is called the USKG, and you have a Glock frame and the upper receiver, which has a longer barrel, to give you the ability to make a rifle out of your Glock, and then you can shoot up to 100 meters without any problems.
Now, funny enough, I saw this on the internet like a couple months ago, and when I saw it, I was like, no way, like someone took our idea. But now that I look at it closer, it's very different to the SSX303. But also an interesting fact is that when was this published?
They released it a year and a half ago or something. The IVA before this IVA show.
Yeah, so they displayed it, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Because we also started displaying this gun, I think about a year ago. Like the first time we showcased it, it was like, hey, this is coming out.
But obviously this is a real steel.
It's very different.
It's very different.
But when you look at it, like the rail, the handguard, the M-lock, and here in the back you have two screws, and you have two screws mounted to a buffer tube. It's like, it's just so similar.
But that means it works. Yeah. Because two companies like us and whoever made this, I don't remember, we took the same approach, and it works.
However, okay, here's the big difference. Can you hand me the SSX303?
This one, Airsoft?
Yeah, the Airsoft one, because we have the real one here as well. But basically what we did is we put the entire pistol in here, but we put a barrel extension there, which basically threads onto the front, and what we did is we extended the inner barrel. While here, you do have a separate bolt carrier, and you really just use the lower.
When you want to use this, you, of course it's not loaded, you disassemble the Glock, and then you just
take the lower part,
take the frame, the grip, and you put it here, and that's an entire receiver group with a bolt, with a separate bolt, and with a separate barrel.
So here the bolt, everything is there, just like it should be, and you only take the lower part.
So what's nice about this, the Glock is famous for pimping, tuning. A lot of people, they put in different triggers and tuning parts. When you have a tuning trigger here, you can use it on this system as well. So
that makes
the trigger and everything what you pimp, if you stipple the frame, it stays, and it gives you the same feeling of the trigger, just with a bigger barrel for longer range.
So you can train like long range with this, and then your pistol drills. And the most... Why would you buy this? You actually told me this is an accessory.
Exactly.
At least here in Austria, this is counted as accessory. So it's not a full gun. So you are not really owning two different guns at this point.
And you're only allowed to own two in Austria, which is a nightmare.
So if you want a 9mm rifle, this is a very good solution for Austria. And by the way, we put the suppressor here. It's not the proper suppressor for this rifle. We just put it there for looks. So if you are looking right here, it is a different caliber, but just for the looks. So for the nerds out there, this is not a proper suppressor.
So now it looks quite similar to yours, to
be
honest. Yeah.
Now, when I see this, so I was heavily involved in this design, right? And when I look at this one, I kind of go like, why did they not do that? For example, we were kind of like, okay, we want to have 2 rows of M-lock, because if we want to put a cable switch there and at the same time a flashlight and a pack box, I can actually do that. But here they did have the space, but for some reason they didn't put the M-lock there. Maybe it's the form of the extrusion, I'm not sure. Also, we were also wondering, should we extend the rail all the way to the back like on this one? Because we could, right? This is just extruded. Yeah. But we were kind of like, no, we want to keep it nice and slick, and we like the look of, it falling down in 2 steps, while here you have like a more rough cut. Do people utilize this rail space?
Yeah, well, sometimes when you have something like this, a lot of people, they don't buy the optic at the beginning. They put on iron sights, and then they want to see, okay, maybe this fits me or this fits me. So they have the option, and with the extended rail, you can put iron sights up here.
So you have it at a longer distance.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's more precise.
And for the manufacturing process, this is also a bit easier, because you don't have to mill out the whole rest. So you can just...
Which we have to, we machine all of this away,
So I guess because of that, yeah.
Yeah, then also you see the similarities how now also they made it from a profile and then they bolted this in there in order to adapt to buff material. It's just it's like exactly the same here.
But here you can see a difference, at least from my point of view. This part is way longer than here because we don't have the reciprocating slide in there, so we don't have to make sure that
Exactly. Yeah. Our slide
there's
doesn't
enough
move.
space.
So yeah, if you would put a gas blowback Mark 23 in here, it wouldn't work. Like with just one shot, that's it. Okay, cool.
AR-15 stocks.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Definitely.
That's like a standard that we chose because then you can swip it out to whatever. What about
The price, like, how does this compare price-wise? Obviously, real steel against Airsoft, this is gonna be way cheaper. But I'm interested, how much is this conversion kit plus the Glock?
Well, it starts with the base model, which is around 1,300 euros, and then you can pimp it up to whatever. Yeah,
1,300 for the base, without the suppressor, without the optic, including the stock?
Without the stock.
Without the stock. Okay, so it's just basically this part right here without the pistol. You already have to have the pistol.
Exactly.
so it's like $2,000 for everything. If you wanted to shoot,
No,
it's $2,000.
Yeah, if you wanted to shoot with the lower, $2,000, but obviously you need some aiming device and maybe a suppressor. If can people have suppressors here?
In Austria, yes. If you have a hunting permit, then you're allowed to buy suppressors. That's right.
Good. If you want to learn more about real firearms, and man, you should see this gun collection, Matthias. Maybe you can turn around one time to actually show what's going on, in which space we are right now. If you want to learn about all of this stuff, you can head over to their YouTube channel. We're gonna link it below. We're also gonna have it in the info card. Go check it out. They talk about some unique stuff like this conversion kit here.
And way more.
And way more.
There is way more to talk about.
Good. Thanks for tuning in, and we see you on the next one. Bye.